The hypocrisy of these platforms is out of control, with Twitch banning Hasan for only 24 hours after a terrible, terrible thing he said, saying that people should do harm to Senator Rick Scott in a way that is just nasty, nasty rhetoric, which has no place in America. This is anti-democracy versus other things that have been said, which have been way lighter. It shows that Twitch really just has a problem where it does discriminate against people politically, which we knew all along. Hasan has gone way off the rails, and I saw him moralizing last night too. He's going off saying that President Trump used a small black child with brain cancer to blah. And it's like, State of the Unions have always pretty much had, emphasis on children and bringing some up and doing some things for actual citizens out there. This has always been a sort of thing. But of course, it's always rules for thee and not for me when it comes to these people. That's how they always act every single time, and that's exactly what's going on here. So hit the like and subscribe button as we go on into this, and actually we'll compare this to what they did to Asmongold last year. Absolutely crazy stuff. Please check out my Fandom Pulse Substack. This is in the description below. We are at 4,000 subscribers on the Substack now. I love that platform a lot. It's doing wonderful, wonderful numbers. And we are working here full-time to bring the pop culture news to you. As you can see, we have a full slate every single day of just article after article for you. John Trent and I are doing this full-time, and there's no advertising on this platform. So we totally rely on subscribers like you. And that keeps us going. So thank you so much. If you want to contribute, it's $5 a month. It's like one Starbucks cup of coffee to help our full-time journalism here. Thank you so much for everybody who's been supporting, and thank you for making us such a tremendous success in 4 months' time. Amazing that we got this big so fast. So a left-wing political activist, Hasan Piker, saw his ban from Twitch last only a little over 24 hours when he said Republicans, if they cared about ending Medicaid or Medicare fraud, they would kill Florida Senator Scott. Absolutely terrible rhetoric out there. The account Streamer Bans noted that Piker was unbanned after 1 day, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds. Piker himself admitted the reply to a post with Donald Trump holding up to a USA paper with the headline "Acquitted" emblazoned on the front. He wrote, "I'm back." Oh, how nice of you. So here it is. He's been unbanned. This is the streamer ban right here. Not very long whatsoever. He was banned on March 3rd after he reacted to a House of Representatives Speaker Mike Johnson discussing his and Republicans' plan to cut out fraud, waste, and abuse. As shared on X, he said, "The fraud is not coming from individuals, it's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after their false billing. They're trying to cut recipients. It's not happening at the point of recipients. A complete lie in and of itself. This is exactly what Hasan does all the time. He's known for lying. He's known for shilling, and this is what he is famous for. This is why Twitch promotes him. Twitch loves having guys like this on their platform. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. This is terrible. Like, can you imagine this? Like, calling for people to do this, like, because they care about an issue? I mean, there's going to be some crazy people out there who might actually listen to him on this sort of thing and cause some problems. We saw that last year, that, like, with all the heated rhetoric of the Democrats calling Donald Trump literally Hitler and all this stuff, that it encouraged a shooter to actually go after him. He actually took a bullet for America during the campaign trail. Very crazy stuff. If it had been just an inch off, this would have been a completely different world that we'd be in right now. These people are sick. These people are doing this kind of thing. This is what the extreme left is. They are all about violence, and Hasan is really mask off right here, that they do encourage this stuff. They do hate you. They want you dead on every single platform out here. That's why we fight so hard, and that's why we cover this stuff when there's this sort of hypocrisy going on with these big tech platforms. It's very, very important. Now, they're getting really panicked just because there's a couple different things happening in the landscape of all this. X is a big one, where Elon Musk has pretty much allowed free speech to happen, flipping out all these people all the time. But that's unusual. I mean, I could tell you right now that YouTube is doing quite the opposite. One of my buddies actually went into his YouTube recommendations today for videos that he'd like, and it's filled with leftist propaganda on politics, and he doesn't even watch politics stuff. He's a pop culture entertainment guy as well. Very weird stuff, and that's what they're trying to promote on this platform now. That's why you're seeing a lot of videos like this one not pop up in your feed anymore. It's not just my channel. I've heard from a lot of YouTubers that this kind of thing's happening. There's been a big policy change over the last month to try to suppress stuff here. Not going to go well for them because, with Substack, X, there's other alternatives now if YouTube's going to pull this kind of thing, and I think Rumble's getting pretty big on that level as well. So we'll see what happens on that. But this is exactly what's happening. These people are evil. They do wish death upon people. They do wish violence upon people. They don't have any ideas of their own policies and what could actually be done on a policy level. So this is what they resort to every time. It's just name calling and then threats. That's it. Sometimes those threats materialize, like I said. The reason I'm saying that is if you cared about Medicare, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not to make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because to this day he is also known as committing the largest Medicaid fraud in U.S. history. So that's a pretty ugly thing that he said right there. This is what Hasan said. I'm sorry, I'll choose my words carefully next time and say if Mike Johnson cares about Medicaid fraud, he'd call for max punishment for the current Florida GOP senator for Rick Scott, which of course he's saying that he should get the death penalty, right? And so this is where it's a fake apology right here, which he did on X, which is just like, this is what they do. They do these little fake apologies. Now compare this to Asmongold, because this guy only got, again, a 24-hour ban on this. Absolutely crazy. Asmongold last year was positing about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and he said he really pretty much doesn't, his statement was pretty much he doesn't care. It's not our business, and it came across as insensitive, right? And so because of that, people flipped out. He got a 2-week ban over that. And he wasn't calling for anybody to die. He wasn't calling for anybody to be killed or anything like that. He actually gave a real heartfelt apology. I mean, I was kind of surprised on his channel where he's like, I need to reevaluate my life. I mean, he really went really hard groveling because of this and still got banned for 2 weeks on this front. So you can see the complete difference. Hasan gives a fake apology. He's back 24 hours later. Asmongold actually gives a heartfelt one, which I thought was over the top and didn't even need to be done given the situation. And he's banned for 2 weeks. And of course, the left, like Game Rent, went way after him on this level because of what he said. They called it racist comments against Palestinians. Absolutely crazy on this level. And he claimed the Palestinians had genocide that's baked into their laws. They do. That's true. Called them terrible people and accused them of coming from an inferior culture. Now, notice they put quotes around just certain words on this this media representation of what rather than actually going on what he actually said. Now, he apologized, like I said. And that's it. No, he said no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. Very weird on that level that he went there at that. I was kind of disappointed when he went full apology to try to go and get the mainstream out there to pay attention to him on this front. But you can see it's a complete difference. It's complete, just transparent, naked hypocrisy on Twitch's fault that they are giving Hasan this platform to do this when they did try to take away Asmongold's deal. Big shout out to right-wing free speech lovers who took the time out of their day screaming about DEI and immigrants to cry about this, Hasan said. Absolutely crazy. You see how he's just mocking people because he knows that he's going to be protected. He knows these companies are going to be out there pushing him. It's quite the opposite of what we get over here. It's absolutely wild that these people can act like this and then, frankly, just get away with it. This is where it is. Of course, he says, I'm canceled. He was never canceled. He was always going to be coming back, and we knew this. That's why I really didn't cover it to begin with. But Twitch is doing this is just absurd. This company is sick, and avoid Twitch is really what it comes down to. And that place is just a bastion of evil. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Sign up for our Fandom Pulse Substack. This is where actually it's a great free speech platform that allows you to actually just write the news and talk about what's going on. Really appreciate that. You guys are on here, and thanks for making us 4,000 subscribers strong. It's in the description below, along with my books and other links. Thanks, guys. We'll be back soon.